Sage 100 ERP 2015 Intelligence Reporting, creating a report using the layout generator. Sage 100 ERP 2015 Intelligence Reporting is designed to make your financial reporting simple and efficient. Whether you need to create a report on the fly, or if you aren't that familiar with Microsoft Excel, the new layout generator in the Financial Report Designer provides you with a quick, easy, and intuitive way to design or edit your financial report layouts. In this video, we're going to take you through the process of designing a new layout using the layout generator. We'll create an income statement showing actuals for the first quarter, grouped by account category. This will be based on the ABC demo company that's shipped with Sage 100 ERP. Let's take a look at the end result. You can see the different parts that make up this income statement. At the top of the worksheet are the high-level filters, which allow you to specify the company, fiscal year, and budget code, and reporting tree unit if you have a reporting tree set up. On the left, you'll see the descriptive columns. These act as labels for the rows of your report. In this example, we've included a column containing the account category, as well as a description for each row. The columns of the report are indicated by the column labels above the report data. Our report layout will include the actual values for the first 3 reporting periods and an actual value for the quarter. As this is an income statement, the rows we're including are revenue, cost of sales, expenses, other income and expenses, and income tax. We'll also include the financial calculations of gross profit, net income from operations, earnings before income tax, and net income. Let's look at how this was created. To use the layout generator, you have to run the Financial Report Designer in the Report Manager. I've created a copy of the report so that I can save my layout to it later. Once the report is opened in Excel, you can start creating a new layout by going to BI Tools on the ribbon and selecting New Layout in the BI Reports group. Enter a name for your layout in the dialog box that appears and click OK. The layout generator will appear with the Layout Options section visible. The first step is to select your layout options. These are the high-level parameters of company, year, and so on that will act as filters for your report data. To select the company, click on the magnifying glass next to the company field. An options window will appear. You'll select ABC and then click OK. You'll need to do the same for fiscal year and budget code. Select 2020 for the year and budget 3 for the budget code. The layout generator also gives you the options to show account detail and to show subtotals at the bottom of account groups instead of at the top. We'd like to be able to see the accounts in each account category, so select Show Account Detail. Next, you need to add text columns. These are the descriptions for the account rows that will appear on the left-hand side of the layout. Click on the Text Columns tab. Under Account Descriptions, you'll see the available text columns. Click on Account and Row Description to add them to your layout. You will notice these fields appear in the text columns area near the top left of the layout generator. Once you've added text columns, you then add your columns. These are the data fields that will appear in your layout. In the income statement, we saw that the columns Actual 01, 02, 03, and Quarter 1 Actual were included. Click on the Columns tab and make sure that the formulas at the top of the Columns section is selected. Then, click on Actual 01, Actual 02, and Actual 03 to add them to your layout. You'll see they are added to the Columns section at the top of the layout generator. Don't forget that we still need to add a column for Actual Quarter 1. Actual Quarter 1 is a calculation of Actual 1, Actual 2, and Actual 3, and can be found under Calculations in the Columns tab. So click on Calculations, and then click on Quarter 1 Actual. It will be added to the columns area. To make your columns look more organized, you can include spacers between them. Let's add a spacer to separate our actuals for each quarter and the actual for quarter 1. Click on Add Spacer to the right of the layout generator. You'll see a spacer added to the columns area at the end of the columns. All you need to do is click and drag the spacer between actual 03 and quarter 1 actual. It's easy, right? Now let's move on to the next step and add some rows to our layout. Click on the Rows tab. You'll notice that the Rows area is empty. This is because in order to add rows, we first need to select a row set. Just in case you're not sure, a row set is a collection of row groupings that each represent an account or range of accounts. They are centrally stored and managed in the layout generator, so you can use them in other layouts of the same type. We'll show you how to create your own row set in another video in this series. To add a row set, click on the magnifying glass next to Select Row Set. A new window will appear showing row sets for income statement, account category, balance sheet, and non-financial. Since we're creating an income statement, select the income statement row set. The window will close and you will see the Account Rows area of the Rows tab fill with the rows of the row set. Click on each of the rows to add them to the layout. They will appear in the Rows area to the left of the layout generator. Just so you know, if you need to remove a text column, a column or row, you can do so at any time by right-clicking on it in the Text Columns, or Rows area. Hover over for instructions if you forget how to remove them. We would also like to include the calculations of gross profit, net income from operations, earnings before tax, and net income into our layout. These are included in the Calculation Rows section of the Rows tab, so click on Calculation Rows. Select all of the calculations rows. They will also be added to the Rows area on the left. Drag each calculation into its appropriate position. Gross profit below cost of sales, net income from operations under expenses, earnings before income tax after other income and expenses, and net income at the end. We now have our rows in the correct order for our income statement. The last thing to do is add some spacers to neaten them up. This is done in the same way as the column spacers. I'm going to add enough spacers to separate each of the rows and then drag them into position. We have now completed all the steps necessary for designing a layout in the layout generator. These are setting layout options, adding text columns, adding columns, selecting a row set, and then adding rows. The only thing that's left to do now is generate the layout. So click Generate at the bottom right of the layout generator. The layout will be automatically saved during the generation process. The layout generator will close and your layout will open in a new worksheet in Excel. Now that your layout is complete, it will be listed in the Quick Generate menu under BI Tools on the ribbon and in the Layouts tab in the Task pane so that you can generate it at any time. But remember that you'll need to save the template back to your report in the Report Manager in order for it to be available the next time you run it out. To view other videos in this series, go to youtube.com/sageintelligence. Also, you can connect with us at sageintelligence.com and sageintelligencecommunity.com, or view our online courses at sageintelligenceacademy.com. Just to let you know, we love feedback, so if you found this video useful, please like it and share it on your social media channels.